OK, we have Amy next on line 3.
Amy, good morning.
Good morning.
So, are 40s the new 30s?
I absolutely believe that, yes. I'm actually 38 this year.
Right.
And I've just had a baby, 7 months old.
Right.
And I've just got so much more patience. I love every minute from when he wakes up in the morning to when he sometimes goes to sleep at night. I'm just totally focused on him, whereas when I was in my 20s, it was all about working hard and playing hard. And there was just no, room for that. And I think circumstances obviously have a huge effect on, where you're at. But that was...
Don't get me wrong. When I'm talking about that maybe we should encourage younger mums, that it would involve, a seismic shift in the way we are as a society, that instead of encouraging people to, be footloose and fancy-free in their 20s, you would actually be encouraging women and men, I guess, to knuckle down early and look forward to perhaps a career later in life. It involves us not having negative views on older people in the workforce. I mean, it involves a lot of change. It's just...
Isn't it to do with money?
I feel I've got more experience. I've got life underneath my belt, and I've got a lot more to offer him now than I did. I was very naive.
Amy, you've probably got more money too. I think, parents want the very best for their kids, and a lot of parents would wait till later till they've got some money and some security.
Love doesn't cost a penny.
No, but it does. It does cost a penny, and that's the point. And people might think, I want to give my kid a better start in life than I had.
Yeah.
And kids are expensive.
There are 1 billion children in India that could probably argue against
We're
it.
not living in India, we're living here. We're talking about...
We all live on the same planet.
The survey is about this country, what's happening now. People want to wait, so they've got a house maybe and some savings.
But these are things that we think we have to have. The point I'm raising about India is it is demonstrable that it is not needed.
English.
Right.
No,
they speak English very well in India too.
I'm talking about children who speak. I'm talking about this survey, which is about women who delay it. And I just think, we live in a consumer society. We used to make do with men. People don't want to do that for their kids anymore.
OK,
they want the
OK. Amy, thank you. We'll have another.
OK, we have Eileen on line 4.
Morning, Eileen.
Morning.
So, when's a good time to have a baby?
Well, I actually think that over 40 is too old to have a baby because I had a baby when I was nearly 42.
Right, and...
It was a perfect textbook birth. She was absolutely fine, and 6 hours later I took a postpartum hemorrhage which nearly killed me. 16 days later I took a pulmonary embolism, which nearly carried me off. She's an absolute delight. She's the joy of her life, kind of thing. Quite funnily, when she was starting school and we went along, my husband and I, on the first day, kind of thing, she wanted us to sit with the grannies and granddads who were there, for seeing the kids starting school the first day, and she wanted to sit with her 22-year-old sister because she looked the same age as the other mums.
Why didn't you have your daughter earlier? Why did you wait?
Well, it's not that I waited, Matthew. She was the youngest of 10. She was an absolute surprise. I had actually hit perimenopause. And wasn't expecting to have any more babies, and this wee baby came along, and what was hysterically funny was when my husband and I sat down to tell our adult children that we were having another baby, our 22-year-old son said, "Oh my God." 19-year-old daughter said, "Do you mean to say that you two did it in the bedroom next to me? You're sick."
When do you think... If you've had 10, I imagine it must take you back to what maybe...
I was 20 when I had the first child.
So you've done the spectrum. When is the best time, Eileen?
I would say between the ages of 20 and 26, and every obstetrician and gynaecologist will tell you the same thing, is when a woman's body is at the optimum peak for having babies.
Now I can see Lysette shaking her head. Eileen, hold yours. Lysette, you're shaking her head. She's right. The obstetricians say the same thing.
But it's not just about the women. It's also about the men and the family situation. In terms of a lot of boys, men run. Well, you won't be trying to get pregnant with a man, clearly. But a lot of men don't want to have children. Have you had a child yet, Matthew?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Exactly, and do an awful lot of that. So,
I agree with what you're saying there. But the weird thing is, once you've had kids older, you always wish you'd started earlier.
Yes,
I think.
but the fact is that if you out there, when I was single in my late 30s, and the fact that I was wanting to have a child was quite terrifying for a lot of people.
As an actor, actress, whichever preference you have.
Acting, it's more about...
No, but I just wonder, because it's a different career from, I suppose, that most people have.
I've given up a lot in my career of having a child.
But do you Do you ever think, I wish I'd done it in my 20s?
No, absolutely not, because I just mentally wouldn't have been ready, and I wasn't in the right relationship. It takes I think it takes a village. I think Mrs. Clinton was right, actually. But there's a father is as important as a mother. And you want to have the best shot of being able to be a family.
Great line to end on. Nicely put.
You'll quote me on that one, Antonio.
Oh, you're just saying I made it all up. Thanks for that last call, Eileen. Now, talking of making it all up, after the break we're asking if Lysette is right. Is intelligence overrated? She said it was.
I did not!
Maybe she was right before she was misquoted. Being bright... let's get this right.
Ironically.
Being bright doesn't guarantee you anything in life, so why bother filling your head with tedious stuff like facts? Wouldn't your kids be better off if you encourage them to develop other strengths, such as coolness, or slyness, or perhaps kindness? 0287 173 5555. That's the number for your thoughts. Is intelligence overrated? It must be if more people watch that vile nonsense on ITV, don't you think? It stands to reason. You tell me in 3.
Brainy people aren't as happy as their dim-witted peers. Is this true or is it false? Find out in 3.